Hello traders, welcome back to the Forex Geek channel where we dive deep into a tool that can help you make smarter trading decisions. And in today's video, we're going to be talking about a simple moving average swing trading strategy that professional traders use to capture significant market moves, and you will use to discover the three-step system that identify high probability setup and learn the exact entry and exit rule that separates successful swing traders from others. So stay tuned to master this strategy. Start by understanding what the simple moving average is, and the simple moving average is one of the most widely used tool in trading. It is calculated by the closing price of currency pairs over a specific number of period and then divided it by the number. This process smoothens out the random movement of charts, making the overall direction easier to read. Unlike other indicators that appear complicated, the simple moving average is a straightforward indicator and it gives you a clear picture of the market behavior over time. As you can see on my chart, this is a simple moving average, 50 period moving average, simple moving average, and see the way it is moving with the chart. It is following price to its bone, showing you the direction at which price is moving. When you place this on the chart, you will immediately see how price reacts to it. Traders often use different periods such as 20 period, 100 period, 50 period, 200 period, depending on whether they want to focus on a long term or short term market direction. A short term period simple moving average reacts more quickly to price changes, while a longer term moving average reacts slowly to change in market. Now, if we are to change this to, let's say, 5 period moving average, you will see since it's a shorter term moving average, it reacts quickly, it reacts closely to what price change, quickly to price change. As you can see, it is following the chart according to the way the market is moving. But since we are trying to use um for a swing trading, since we are trying to use moving average for swing trading, we can use higher period moving average like 100 period moving average that will give us an overall direction of where the market is heading to. As you can see on my chart, it is giving you the overall direction where the market is heading to. It will help you to spot potential areas where price slows down or turns. When the market is trending, price often pulls back towards the simple moving average before continuing to move in that direction. As you can see, price swing is moving to the upside in this area. It came back, it touched the moving average, it kept on going, it touched it again, and it kept on moving in that direction. Another important detail about the simple moving average is what traders call a lagging indicator. This means that it does not predict price ahead of time, but instead confirms what price has already done. While some may see this as a limitation, for swing traders we see it as beneficial, since the goal is to capture larger moves in the market after direction has been established. So you can see that the simple moving average takes noise out of the chart. You can see this area that market was squeezing, it took the noise by giving us the direction. It was sloping to the upside. It takes noise and gives us the true direction of the market depending on the period you choose. It can give you a short term perspective or a much bigger picture overall, or the overall trend. Now let's see how we can apply the simple moving average swing trading strategy. The first step is to identify the market trend. To identify the market trend, and for this example, we would use our 50 period moving average to get a better understanding. The swing trading strategy focuses on aligning with the broader trend and then waiting for the market to react before entering. The key is to use the 50 period simple moving average as guide. The key is when the price is trading above the 50 period moving average line, it is sloping to the upside, and as you can see, when it's trading above, it means that price will be going to the upside. As you can see, it kept on going to the upside. But when price is trading below the 50 period moving average, it means that price is going to the downside. And as you can see on the chart, see, it was trending to the downside, market was trending, the chart was trending to the downside, and price was under the simple moving average. This means that we are in a downtrend. This is how to spot the direction of the market using a simple moving average. Then when price is trading above the simple moving average, it means that price is going to the upside. The second step is to spot your swing zones. Once you have gotten the trend of the market, I will be using the bearish trend, this example. Once you have gotten the trend of the market, the next step is to wait for a pullback to the simple moving average, which is very important. So we can establish that the market is trending to the downside at this area since it is under the simple moving average. So the moment we see price has come back to the simple moving average to retest, once we notice that price has retested the simple moving average, that will be a good place to enter your trade. And if your direction is correct, 50% of the time or 70% of the time, price will continue in the direction of the market after it has retested the simple moving average. So at this point, you can see that price retested the simple moving average and it moved in the direction of our market. And I can see at this area, it still reacted and it moved in our direction in the market. You can still see this area in the chart. You can see it retested and kept on moving in our direction of the market. Now, the next thing you need to know is entry signals. The third step is entry signals, and these are not taken as soon as they are not just taken as soon as price come in contact with your simple moving average. You can see in some cases, if price come in contact with your simple moving average, it burst inside, trend a little bit to the upside before it continues overall to the downside. So how do we avoid this? This is where the third step comes in. You need to see a clear reaction, such as a rejection candle, or you can look for candlestick pattern such as engulfing candle to provide more confirmation. You can also look for pin bars. Those are the confirmations you can use when knowing the trade you want to take. So in this situation, you can see if we had wanted to enter this trade here, we would have seen a pin bar at this area, we would have seen an inverse hammer at this area, followed by an engulfing candle. This would have given us a good confirmation to enter the trade at this area. At this point, you can see that this candle just engulfed one, so we would have avoided taking this trade. We would have taken this trade that after the engulfing candle at this area, putting our stop loss here, and we would have captured 1:1 before we would have been stopped out. Even if you have been stopped out, at least you have capitalized on securing a little bit of profit in the market. Remember, no strategy is 100% in the market. We just react from whatever price action tells us, combined with our indicator, our simple moving average indicator. That brings me to our fourth step, which is our risk management. Remember, stop loss is very important because it's not all the trade you take that will result in a profit. So what we do to minimize our losses and to still keep our account very ready to enter the market or attack the market at any point in time is our risk management. Always set a stop loss. In a bearish setup, always put your stop loss above the most recent swing high. In a bullish setup, you make sure that you put your stop loss above the most recent swing low. So after our confirmation pattern at this area, if we were to take a buy trade, we would have put our stop loss just below the most recent swing low in a buy trade, while in a sell trade is above the most recent swing high. Remember that risk management is always very important. Never forget that you do not risk more than 1 to 2% of your trading capital on a single trade. The minimum you should be able to lose on a single trade should be 1 to 2%, not more than that. Remember, to enter a trade is one thing, but to exit is another thing. So you would have to at least aim for a risk to reward of minimum of 1:2, 1:3 to capitalize on the move. You can also employ trailing stop loss as the case may be to capture more moves while the market keep moving in your favor. You identify the main trend. Don't forget, you identify the main trend with your 50 simple moving average. Then you will have to wait for price to react from that area, and then you use your candlestick confirmation for entries. Remember to always place your stop loss beyond the swing structure point, and exit should be at the next swing point, or exit can be used by a fixed risk to reward ratio. This will keep the approach simple, structured, and dependable. Alright traders, we have come to the end of this video. Engage with us in the comments below. We want to hear about your experiences. And if you found this video helpful, do not forget to like, share, and subscribe. Turn on your notification bell so that you will never miss out on more trading tips and strategies. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next